Part 99. Three Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 983. Not long after killing all the guards in the watchtower, Ma Chao and Lu Buletin confirmed that everything was correct, and then officially entered the watchtower. We scanned the entire watchtower to confirm that no one was hiding here. As of now, the entire eastern area is completely under the jurisdiction of Ma Chao and Lu Buletin. Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun's side. After receiving Lu Feng's reply, the two people took a slightly more radical approach. The two of them still hope to eradicate the world as soon as possible, and at the same time eliminate the tyrants. After all, both of them still bear the hatred of killing their fathers, and avenging their parents is what they both want. The two of them were on the south side, which was the main entrance to the Tianxiawai, so it was also the most dangerous place. However, because the two of them were members of the Tianxiawai before, they already knew the terrain where the entire Tianxiawai was located. It was relatively easy to find places that the other party had not discovered. After testing, the two of them approached the main entrance. Because they knew that the main force would arrive the next day, the two decided to give it a try. When the two people were ready, they directly killed the guards at the door. But because of this, many people from the Tianxiawai were attracted, and everyone surrounded the two of them and started a fight. A lot of noise at the door will naturally attract the attention of the people inside Tianxiawai. When someone explained the situation, Xianba knew it was the Fenjian duo and became very angry. These two traitors actually dared to come back and killed so many brothers in the Tianxiawai. I want them to die without a burial place. Xiangbei roared, then got up from his seat and hurried to the door of Tianxiawai. Seeing Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun again, Xiangbei was very angry in his heart and wanted to kill them for a long time. But just before they were about to take action, they suddenly discovered that Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun's martial arts had improved a lot. Moreover, the martial arts they used were not entirely given to them by themselves, so they suddenly felt a little strange. And Xiangbei has never heard of the martial arts used, and he can't tell which school it is at all. This is the move Lu Feng gave you to Yefeng and Buletin Jingyun. If even Xiangbei can see it, doesn't it mean that Xiangbei is also a time traveler? Or, during the fight, Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun also noticed the arrival of Xianba. Xianba, the two of us are going to kill you today to avenge the death of my father. It seems that you two are really deep in the city. Since you want to die so much, then I will help you. After saying that, the three people struggled together. But regardless of Naifeng or Buletin Jingyun, they are no match for Xiangbei if they fight alone. Even if their strength has been greatly improved, they still can't change this. Facts. Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun struggled to fight with Tianshuang Fist and Cloud Pavilion Palm, plus a Feng Shen Kick, and finally with the help of the highly productive mental method of Sanyuan Gi. Their original martial arts methods were originally it was given to them by Xiangbei, so when they use these martial arts, they will be cracked one by one. Thinking of what Lu Feng said before, Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun frowned and used the techniques of other sections effort. Three Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 984. Using the martial arts taught by Lu Feng, Naifeng, and Buletin Jingyun's moves suddenly changed 180 degrees. Xianba didn't react at first. The moment the move changed, he was forced back several steps and was even hit. But when he reacted, with the help of 3-point return vitality, he immediately sealed the acupointment to stop the bleeding, and returned to his previous better state. The martial arts methods of the two of you have changed greatly. I wonder who you learned them from. If you can tell me, I can leave your body intact. Then I'm afraid you will never have the chance to know in this life. We are not here today to lose to you. I have given you a chance. If you are stubborn and don't care, then don't be ruthless with me. After saying this, Xiong Ba directly used Sanyuan Gi. He combined the Tianchuang fist, Fengshen legs, and cloud dispelling palm into one, and took 1 point from each of the 3 skills and merged them into Gi, which is equivalent to eliminating the essence was taken from the dross and merged into the top martial arts moves. Xianba's physical fitness has been significantly improved, and he is much tougher than before. Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun tried many methods, even if they changed after overcoming the previous martial arts skills, they found that they were still no match for Xiong Ba. When both of them were repelled, they glanced at each other and finally decided to use the ultimate move. Just when the two of them were about to combine together, behind them there was a noise. At first glance, it turned out to be Lu Buletin and Ma Chao. After the two people occupied the entire eastern area, they heard a very loud noise here, so they went directly from the observation deck. While watching, they found that Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun actually started to attack directly. They would be discovered if they broke into the world, so they didn't care so much and rushed over from the east for support. Xianba looked when Lu Buletin and Ma Chao arrived. He was a little shocked. He was not stupid, and he would not think that it was just a coincidence that these 4 people appeared at the same time. What's more, Lu Buletin and Ma Chao had no enmity with them, even if they have been entangled with them before, but they have never had any hostility towards them. It is impossible for the other party to attack Tianxiawai for no reason. In this case, there is only the last possibility left. These 4 people are together. I didn't Euro trademark T expect that you would actually join forces. I tried my best to get you to join the Tianxiawai, but you never appreciated it. Unexpectedly, you kept trying to deal with me. It seems that you can't Euro trademark T keep me. Xiong Ba could only sigh. If the person he likes is not used by him, then he is an enemy. With an angry shout, Feng Shen swept his legs and directly drew a territory around him, raising a lot of dust. Followed by Tianchuang Fist and Pai Yun Zhang, using the vision obstruction caused before, successfully hit the 2 Fenjian people in front of him. Immediately afterwards, Xianba rushed towards Ma Chao and Lu Buletin. Although the 3 people were tied before, but now the situation is a little different. This time Xianba has directly committed murder and will definitely use 100% of his strength. Therefore, Ma Chao and Lu Buletin will find it a little difficult to face Xianba at this time. When the two of them find that they are about to win, he couldn't hold back. Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun also attacked from behind Xianba. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. 3 Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 985. 4 people versus 1, plus the 4 are top strong men, so dominating one person is definitely no match for them. At this moment, Yoruo and Qin Shuang took action. Although Yoruo's strength is slightly weaker, Qin Shuang is not weak as he is the eldest disciple of Xianba and is also in charge of Tianshuang Hall. The 2 of them successfully restrained Ma Chao and Lu Buletin, because they themselves knew very well that compared to these 2 people, Xiong Ba hoped to deal with Feng Yun first. Killing these 2 traitors first is the most important thing. After seeing Ma Chao and Lu Buletin being restrained, Feng Jiayun no longer had any reservations. They brought out their respective martial arts skills, coupled with the tacit understanding of the 2 of them practicing together, and the new moves Lu Feng gave them. Coupled with the 2 people's already impressive strength and weapons, under such a premise, Xiong Ba lost ground to the 2 of them. Even with the martial arts of returning one's vitality to 3 points, Xianba still felt a little bit strenuous. I was able to cope with it easily at first, but now the situation has completely reversed, and I am no match for Feng Jiayun and Feng Yun. When Xiong Ba was knocked down to the ground, his eyes were full of disbelief. How is this possible? How on earth did you 2 do it? In the martial arts world, no one has ever been able to force Xiong Ba to this point. You will never know why, you only need to take responsibility for your own fault. After saying this, Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun moved at the same time and directly beheaded Xianba. Xianba was defeated, and everyone at the scene saw it. Those members of the Tianxiahui who were a little more timid saw the scene after that, they even quickly put down their weapons and ran away. But Yuruo and Qin Chuang quickly took Xiongba's body back, then closed the door and firmly guarded Tianxiahui. Tianxiahui's strength itself is not weak. In addition, they still have the terrain advantage. With just Ma Chao, Lu Buletin, Naifeng, and Buletin Jingyun, there is no way to attack them all. But fortunately, they can guard the door directly and control the east area, so all the remaining members of the Tianxiahui can be left here. Then we only need to wait for the arrival of Long Wumen's large forces to destroy the Tianxiahui in one fell swoop. Wait until Lu Feng and the large forces arrive at the scene. At that time, I saw a lot of corpses at the scene, and it seemed that they had experienced a fierce battle before. Ma Chao, Lu Buletin, Naifeng, and Buletin Jingyun came forward and told what happened before. When Lu Feng heard this, I wanted to scold Feng Yun, but seeing that they did not suffer any damage, it was a good thing to kill the Xiongba, which saved a lot of worry. Everyone in Longwu sect obeyed the order and took down Tianxiahui in one fell swoop. After giving the order, all the members of the large army set off. With the advantage of a large number of people, the people within the Tianxiahui could not hold on for long. Even if there were two relatively powerful people, Yuruo and Qin Chuang, they were still at a loss. It didn't help. Soon, the entire Tianxiahui was directly eradicated by the Longwu sect. Seeing the mess, Lu Feng knew that even if there were still a few people alive in the Tianxiahui, as long as they were not core members, they would not be able to become great. Nothing to fear. Three Kingdoms, I have a job transfer palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 986. Now that the Tianxia Guild has been wiped out, there is no need to stay any longer. Just let the large troops clean up, sweep the battlefield, take away the loot, and everyone returns to Longwu Men. Lu Feng called Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun to him. Now that you two have avenged your father's murder, do you have any ideas for the next step? The major events in life have been completed, and we have nothing to ask for. We just hope to continue on with the gang leader. As long as the leader asks us to do something, we will do our best. Yes, doesn't a Euro trademark the gang leader hope to achieve unification of the world? In this case, we will definitely do whatever it takes to. Great, now that you've said so. Then you guys should rest for a few days, adjust your condition, and then help me find Wu Ming. I want to have a decisive battle with him. Only by defeating him can people in the world truly consider me the number one in the martial arts world. This sentence is true. In the entire martial arts world, Wu Ming is a mythical person. Even a tyrant will definitely be afraid of Wu Ming. So in the end, as long as Wu Ming is defeated and he admits this matter, then Lu Feng can be regarded as truly unifying the world. But this unknown person comes and goes without a trace. How easy is it to find him? Naifeng and Buletin Jingyun had already passed away before, but there was no news. So this time, Lu Feng decided to ask Fen Jiayun, Lu Buletin, and Ma Chao to search together. Although the possibility of finding it was still slim, it was still more or less possible. If he didn't look for it at all, that would be there is zero possibility. In a few days, the news that the world will be destroyed has spread to the entire martial arts world. While everyone is happy, they are also puzzled. The Longwu Men is so powerful that it will destroy the entire world in just one day. They will be killed, and Xianba has also been killed, which is really a bit surprising. After everyone knew the news, they really believed that Longwu Men had now become the largest gang in the world, completely conquering the world. Replaced. No one will question this, but anyone in the martial arts world, when mentioning Longwu Men, will think of the things they did to kill the world. Moreover, after Long Wheelmen became the #1 gang in the world, they did not do anything what Tianxia would do before Chu. He really makes people feel very awe-inspiring. And in order to find Wheelming as soon as possible, this time the news is released, so that everyone in the entire martial arts world knows that Long Wheelman the gang leader hopes to have a battle with Wu Ming to decide the winner and see who is the strongest person in the world. Now the whole world hopes to see this battle. After all, the showdown between masters and masters is very rare. What's more, the Long Wheelmen can rise in such a short period of time and become the largest gang in the world, which is enough to prove that the strength of the gang leader is very strong, and it is definitely far superior to Xianba. As for whether it can really confront Wheelming without a fight, I really don't Euro trademark T no. People who eat melons will exist no matter which world they are in, so everyone still hopes to see this competition. Even the strong men in the martial arts think that there should be such a battle to decide who is the winner. The strongest man in the entire martial arts world. Lu Feng is waiting now, hoping Wheelming can appear as soon as possible. 3 Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 987. A month has passed, and everyone in Longwu sect is looking for traces of Wheelming. Until now, there has been no clue, so much so that everyone in the world is helping Longwu men find Wheelming on their own. A unique battle, everyone's curiosity is too high. Lu Feng was relatively patient at first, but as time went by, his patience was gradually exhausted. Simply, Lu Feng could only go out in person and follow everyone to find Wheelming. At this time, I can only lament that if the system could have the function of automatically finding people, it would be much easier to find Wheelming. Another week has passed, and there is still no news about Wheelming. Lu Feng, who had just finished his rest, came to the South China Sea and looked at the endless coast with emotion. Wheelming, Wheelming, are you afraid of fighting with me, or do you really don't Euro trademark T want to fight with me? Maybe the other party is just waiting for an opportunity. At this moment, Lu Feng suddenly remembered a voice in his ears. When he turned around, a white-haired old man appeared in front of him. He didn't come back to his senses at first, but after a closer look, he realized that this was Wheelming. Lu Feng was a little excited when he thought that he would meet Wheelming in this place. You are nameless. I didn't expect to see you here. So you don't want to fight me on purpose. Lu Feng doesn't think this is just a coincidence. Now everyone in the world knows that he is looking for Wheelming. Wheelming has never appeared at all, but suddenly appears now. There is only one possibility. Wheelming deliberately avoided it. With his strength, if he really wants to hide, the people under him probably won't be able to find him. But now that he has gone out to look for him personally, the other party finally appears. It seems that the other party is just as he said. The same thing, I just want Lu Feng to come out and look for it in person. I never thought that you, a mere young man, could be so powerful. Since you have spent a lot of effort looking for me, lead a Euro trademark S have a fight. I also really want to know how strong you are, but I have never seen you before, so I didn't show up. After hearing what the other party said, Lu Feng finally showed a smile. Unknown senior, then don't a Euro trademark T waste any more time. Lead a Euro trademark S talk about anything after we finish the fight. The two looked at each other and smiled, and then immediately started fighting on the spot. Wheelming used a sword, and Lu Feng would naturally use the same weapon. Only by defeating the other party with something that the other party is good at can the other party be truly convinced. Inexplicable sword technique. As soon as he came up, Wheelming directly used his most commonly used sword technique. But Lu Feng knew that among all Wheelming's martial arts, Wheelming's sword technique was only the most basic and the weakest sword technique. The opponent was just testing his own strength. In this case, Lu Feng will never show mercy. Wanjian Gazong. Directly use the sword master's moves. Compared with the nameless and inexplicable sword skills, Wan Jiangazong will definitely defeat him. Liu Ming was a little shocked after seeing Lu Feng using the sword master's moves. He immediately changed his attack method and also used 10,000 swords to return to the sect. After a while of fighting, neither side suffered any damage and it was a draw. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Three Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 988. Where did you learn the 10,000 swords, Gazong? Wu Ming asked. I had a fight with Senior Sword Master before. During the fight, I saw the opponent using this move, and I immediately learned the basics of it on the spot. Furry. He said it quite easily, and he seemed quite humble at the time. But Wu Ming knew that although Wan Jiangazong was not the strongest kung fu, it was still considered a swordsmanship of extremely high quality, and it was simply impossible for ordinary people. You can learn it. Not to mention imitating the opponent during the fight, and you can even imitate to the point of being tied with yourself. If this is really the case, then the young man in front of you, the leader of the Longwu sect, is simply better than genius, is even more talented. It should be said that he is the chosen one. Ha ha ha. Wu Ming laughed loudly. I never thought I would meet a martial arts prodigy like you in my lifetime. It's worth it. Since I have received high praise from Wu Ming Sr., please ask Wu Ming Sr. to use his full strength. I know that returning to the sect with 10,000 swords is not your real strength. I really want to experience the 9 Heavens Sword Qi and Wuxian Absolute Sword from my predecessor. Wu Ming was shocked. At least so far, he has never told anyone that he has mastered these two moves. But the boy in front of him knew that it was very suspicious. How do you know I know these two tricks? Never mentioned it to anyone. This may be the sympathy between strong people. I can feel how strong the senior is. Wu Ming was silent. Maybe the other party was really talented and was born to practice martial arts. Take it. After saying that, Wu Ming used his internal power and transformed into an after-image. The swords he held in his hands suddenly became 9, each one releasing a fierce aura. The 9 swords rushed into the sky. After forming a powerful aura on the spot, it quickly fell and landed in 9 different directions on the ground, forming the body of 9 dragons. The 9 Heavens Sword aura is not only a move, but can also be used as a sword formation. The entire sword the formation surrounded the two of them, but it turned into a nameless realm. Immediately afterwards, the Tianwuja sword appeared in front of them. With the 9 Heavens Sword Qi, the entire place was filled with the after-image of the sword, and it could not be seen at all. Where is the nameless body? Whoosh! 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 The after-image of the sword in the air keeps passing by. Even if you are not touched by it, you will still be fatally injured if you are close to the shadow of the sword. Lu Feng, with his fast speed and reaction ability, he has avoided many moves. But if you just dodge, it is impossible to win. Senior, let me show you my swordsmanship. Immortal Sword Ju. Only 2 whooshing sounds were heard, and Lu Feng suddenly disappeared in place. Wu Ming was stunned, constantly looking for the opponent's aura around him, and finally found it in the sky. Lu Feng controlled the sword and slowly grew bigger. And the sword energy continued to expand, directly cutting through the clouds, forming an unstoppable and violent force. The whole person fell quickly, and the sword energy covered a full radius of 5 miles. Boom! After a loud noise, the ground at the scene it directly turned into a ruin, and even the ocean next to it was greatly affected, and even directly set off a tsunami. The waves were everywhere, the impact was direct, and the entire coastline was ready to move. 3 Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 989. Countless smoke and dust filled the entire sky, and waves came one after another, constantly lapping the entire coastline, so that the entire coastline was constantly shaking. The earth was shaking, that's the only way to describe it. Fortunately, there were no waves after that, and the previous impact gradually became smaller. Finally, everything seemed to be quiet, and only the crashing of the waves could be heard. Liu Ming stood there silently, the sword in his hand had broken into several pieces, and he looked very quiet. Lu Feng appeared in front of him, bowing with both hands. "Thank you, Senior, for being willing to fight with me. I didn't Euro trademark T expect that you could defeat me so easily at such a young age. It seems that I am really old, not as strong as I was back then. No. I'm afraid even my peak period can't be compared with yours." When Lu Feng heard this, he quickly responded, "Senior, you are serious. It's just a competition. Don't take it too seriously. No matter what, you still won today's competition. I think the whole world is also very surprised by this result, but your time has come and this bad old man like me can retire." After saying that, Liu Ming waved his hand and disappeared on the coastline. Lu Feng didn't know where the other party had gone, so he didn't ask any more questions. He just looked at Liu Ming's back silently and felt relieved. Even Liu Ming is his now. His subordinates were defeated, and everyone in the world naturally understood what this meant. He returned to Long Liumen and told the world about the previous battle with Liu Ming. After receiving such news, everyone in the martial arts world was very shocked. Although everyone knew the leader of the Long Liu sect is very powerful, and everyone hopes to see this unprecedented battle, but they are still very surprised at the result. After all, this is an unknown person. Even the tyrants are afraid of three-pointers. It is really confusing to think that one day I will lose to a young man in his 20s. Some people who don't a Euro trademark T want to believe this fact think that Long Liu men must be making up the facts, but there is no such rumor at all. Play any role. Many things will self-defeat without explanation. Lu Feng has now completed his dominance of the world and finally completed the tasks given by the system. But there are still some things that need to be dealt with. Lu Feng, it is impossible to stay in Fen Jian's world forever. Ma Chao and Lu Buletin will naturally leave with him. Then Long Liu sect will need a new manager. And now the most suitable person to become the new leader of Long Liu sect is definitely Nai Feng He Buletin Jingyun. No matter in terms of strength or prestige, they are the best choices. It happens that one person is the gang leader and the other is the deputy gang leader. The two people help each other and will definitely continue to carry forward Long Liu sect. Even if I only came to the world of Fenjiun for system tasks at first, but the fact that Long Liu sect has grown to this point can be regarded as being cultivated by Lu Feng. It is Lu Feng Euro trademark's hard work, and it certainly cannot be given up in vain. Lu Feng called all the people from Long Liu sect. From today on, Nai Feng and Buletin Jingyun are the new gang leaders and deputy gang leaders of Long Liu section. From now on, everyone must obey their orders, and Long Liu sect will be left to the management of these two. As soon as these words came out, everyone was very shocked. Three Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 990. Nai Feng and Buletin Jingyun, who were beside Lu Feng, were the most shocked. They quickly asked gang leader, "Why did you teach the two of you the position of help in such a good way?" Feng Yun and Feng Yun were very puzzled. There was no sign at all of this. Why did Lu Feng pass the position of gang leader to them? I had accomplished my goal, so there was no need to stay any longer. I am also prepared to travel around the world, but Long Liu men cannot ignore it, so I will leave it to you to manage it. Only you are the most suitable candidates. I believe you two will be able to continue to make Long Liu sect flourish. Lu Feng simply gave a reason. No matter how confused Feng Yun and others were, they didn't say anything. Now that the gang leader has decided, the two of us will do our best. Feng and Yun both knelt down to express their sincerity. Now that the position of gang leader has been handed over, Lu Feng was ready to take Lu Buletin and Ma Chao away from Fen Jian's world. However, the night before leaving, the system suddenly issued anew the mission. That is to go to the world of the deer and the cauldron and smoothly take over the control of the country. After getting this mission, Lu Feng fell into thinking. There are many plots in the deer and the cauldron, and because it involves the court and the world, the relationship between individuals appears to be intricate. In this case, it is not that easy to take over the control of the country smoothly. If the system requires stability, it will definitely not be able to start a war, and it will not be possible. You can't kill the emperor directly, so the difficulty is much higher. And in order to take over the country, you must get close to the emperor. Only in this way can you successfully rule the world of the deer and the cauldron. Before setting off, Lu, after thinking about it, Feng finally decided to take Zhao Yun and Zhang Fei with him. After confirming that they were correct, Lu Feng took the two of them to the world of the deer and cauldron. He also brought 500 Longwu clan members with him in case of emergencies. Could it be that the first thing in the world of the deer and the cauldron is to go to Hangzhou to find Wei Xiaobao? If you want to get close to the emperor, according to the original plot, Wei Xiaobao must be the most convenient. So if you can win over him before he attacks and save his life, Wei Xiaobao he will definitely use it for himself in the future. Wei Xiaobao is smart, clever, and well-rounded. Although he sometimes plays some tricks, he is very honest and will never frame his friends. Therefore, this person can still be dated. Change into a clean suit for clothes. After arriving in Hangzhou, I directly found Li Chunyuan. This official, come in and play. Wouldn't it be a pity if such a handsome official didn't come to our Lishun courtyard to have a good time? Just when I arrived at the gate of Li Chunyuan, I saw several pretty women soliciting customers, waving to Lu Feng and posing with their bodies. Lu Feng directly passed these people to Lishun courtyard and told the madam, I want to see Wei Chunyua, the old man here. Although he felt a little confused, such a young and strong man would actually look for someone older. But since the customer has asked, the madam will do as she is told, as long as she has money. After a while, Wei Chunyua appeared in front of Lu Feng. Oops, I wonder what this official likes to drink. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Three Kingdoms, I Have a Job Transfer Palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 991. Although Wei Chunyua is already a little old, she is still the old man of Li Chunyuan, so her charm is still there. The first time he saw Lu Feng, he showed a confident posture. After confirming that no one was around, Lu Feng asked, actually, I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see your son. Where is he now? I want to see him. Upon hearing this, Wei Chunyua's face changed drastically. She was still smiling. His face is now very serious. I wonder what this official wants to do with my son? And when you come to this Lichun courtyard, why are you looking for a bartender? You don't a Euro trademark T need to ask any more questions, you just need to do as I say, and the benefits will be inevitable. While talking, Lu Feng took out several banknotes and placed them on the table. He originally thought that Wei Chunyua would call Wei Xiaobao out for the banknotes, but unexpectedly the other party still refused. Officer, this is your first time coming to Lishun courtyard, so you must enjoy it. Wei Chunyua wanted to get Lu Feng drunk with wine, but the latter saw through his plan at a glance. If you are today, call your son out, and I'll talk to the madam carefully so that you, the old man of Li Chunyuan, can't continue to do business. Officer, why bother? What's there to see about my son? While talking, Wei Chunyua was slowly approaching the door, trying to escape. But how could she get out of Lu Feng's hand? Lu Feng blocked the door directly, cutting off the other party's way back. If I don't see Wei Xiaobao today, you won't be able to leave alive. Waiting until Lu Feng threatened with her life, Wei Chunyua finally spoke the truth. My lord, my little treasure is no longer in Lishun courtyard. He has left Hangzhou. I don't know where he has gone. Your lord. Just let him go if you don't remember the villain. He really has nothing to do with that spear Sheba. After hearing what the other party said, Lu Feng already understood the timeline he was talking about. At this moment, Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba should have left Hangzhou city. Their goal is the capital, but have they arrived yet? Beijing is not sure yet. How long has it been since he and Mao Shiba set out for the capital? When Wei Chunyua heard this, she was instantly shocked. Only she knew about her son and Mao Shiba going to the capital, and she had never told anyone about it. What capital? Sir, I don't understand what you are talking about. I am not an official, I am just a person in the world. I saw that the officers and soldiers were arresting Wei Xiaobao, and they had expanded the search area, not just in Hangzhou city, so I came quickly to help you. Wei Chunyua herself is considered very smart, so naturally she would not listen to Lu Feng's words from the beginning. Sir, I really don't a Euro trademark T no. No matter what, if you want to see your son's body, then I have nothing to say. After saying that, Lu Feng was about to leave Lishun court. Even if we don't know how long it has been since Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba set off for the capital, their destination is very clear. They can just go to the capital directly to find these two people. Simple. Lu Feng's attitude made Wei Chunyua truly believe that the other party was not from the official family. They had been gone for more than 3 months. Wei Chunyua finally told the truth. Don't worry, I will keep your son safe. 3 Kingdoms, I have a job transfer palace. Author, Strong Wine Burns the Heart. Chapter 992. Wei Chunyua only heard Wei Chunyua silently say thank you, and Lu Feng left Li Chunyuan and quickly set off for the capital. In the world of the deer and the cauldron, 3 months is more than enough time to travel from Hangzhou to the capital. And because the other party has already set off in advance, no matter how fast Lu Feng moves forward, you will definitely be too late. No matter what, I still have to go to the capital. Moving forward at the fastest speed, Lu Feng finally arrived in the capital 2 months later. The first thing I did when I came here was to confirm whether Wei Xiaobao had entered the palace now. If not, then everything would be easy. When we arrived at the so-called inn in the plot, Hai Deifu appeared here. The first time I saw Hai Deifu, his face was pale and bloodless, and coupled with his eunuch appearance, he looked very dazzling. After casually finding a place to sit down, he suddenly saw Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba appearing at the inn, and they seemed to be very hungry. Lu Feng decided to watch the show now, and then call Zhang Fei out. When he saw the conflict between Wei Xiaobao and Hai Deifu's men, Lu Feng knew that the opportunity had come. But we can't take action now, we have to wait until Hai Deifu appears. Everyone had a direct fight inside the inn, and the final result must have been the defeat of Xiaobao and Mao Shiba. After all, the opponent has a large number of people, and there is a master like Dr. Hai. With just 2 people, they are naturally no match for them. But just when Hai Deifu was about to take Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba away, Lu Feng immediately asked Zhang Fei to step forward and disrupt the situation. Zhang Fei's strength is relatively powerful among the 5 tiger generals, so Hai Deifu's men are no match for him at all. In this way, and Zhang Hai Deifu himself did not expect this, Zhang Fei immediately left the inn with Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba, followed by Lu Feng. Arriving at a relatively safe place, Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba bowed their hands to express their gratitude. Today is really thanks to this hero. If it weren't a Euro trademark T for you, we definitely wouldn't a Euro trademark T be able to leave. It's just a piece of cake. I hate bullying others with more, let alone a member of the imperial court. Lu Feng deliberately asked Zhang Fei to say this. His purpose was to arouse resonance between the two of them. And if you want to thank me, you might as well thank my husband, who asked me to come over and help you. Your husband, the two asked questions at the same time. At this moment, Lu Feng suddenly appeared in front of them. This is my Mr. Lu, he is the one who asked me to come over and help you. After seeing Lu Feng, Wei Xiaobao and Mao Shiba expressed their gratitude one after another. After a while of greetings, everyone separated. But Lu Feng would not really let them go like this, otherwise how would he complete the mission? Today, having successfully interfered with Hai Deifu, making it impossible for him to bring Wei Xiaobao into the palace, there will definitely not be any chain reaction. Since he caused this consequence, Lu Feng will definitely make up for it himself. Hai Deifu, from the bottom of my heart, I like Wei Xiaobao. After all, it is not easy to meet such a clever person.